In your experience, what are the primary factors that are contributing to agent attrition in call centers today?
One of the factors that I think is high up there is having a competitive offer for employees. Pay is not all, but it is an important factor. And so being able to compete with other jobs and at the agent level, you're not looking to bring in somebody at six figures. You're kind of in at least in California, you're looking at a $20 range, $25 range. But then when you
Hmm.
landscape of jobs that are out there in that same range and the type of work that they have to perform, competing against those jobs has been really difficult. Yes, you're in an air conditioned environment and you're sitting down and you're not breaking your back digging ditches or flipping burgers for that matter, or working in a warehouse. But there's a high level of stress in the contact center space. You're dealing with potentially back-to-back calls with really frustrated customers, and that doesn't stop, and it only starts the next day. It's the same thing over and over. So at the end of the day, if the employee doesn't feel that they're being rewarded enough, financially speaking, to kind of put up with all that, that's one of the primary factors. Another one is whether or not the environment that you're in allows a work from home or a hybrid model. We talk about stress in just doing the day-to-day stuff, handling difficult customers, maybe having to overcome obstacles that customers don't understand or see because of process issues or policy issues. But then you have to get up an hour or two before your shift starts, do the commute, get yourself ready, and alleviating employees from that, even if it's just a couple days a week, it's a big difference for them. If you do the hybrid Monday, Friday from home, and then you work in the office in the middle of the week, that in itself is already like a big help, let alone allowing employees to work from home basically full time, or on a hybrid basis where it's maybe once a month you come to work. So just eliminating stress, I think, is one of those big factors in pay. The others are potentially lack of career advancement, especially with smaller call centers. There's only a limited amount of growth that you're able to provide in terms of promotions. You're always able to develop employees, but at the end of the day, how often do those opportunities to advance in your career come along? And that also
Hmm.
is a leading factor. So, in my mind, those are kind of like the top three post COVID. Prior to COVID, life was way different. The economy was different. The dollar went a lot further. Nowadays, there's a lot of pressure and stress from a financial perspective, from a mental health perspective, from a work life balance perspective. If you can't provide an environment that addresses those areas, you're potentially going to see a lot of turnover.